Yeah, hello everyone. So my name is Bala. So welcome to AWS Day 0 to Day 35 series. So before we are jumping into that particular day 2 class, so I will quickly recap the day 1 class. So in the day 1 class, we are seeing that what is AWS, what is cloud, what is private cloud, why we need to use private, what is public cloud, what is hybrid cloud, and what are the public cloud models are there. So IaaS, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. So we are already seeing this all the things in the day 1 class. If you are not aware of these concepts, please go to day 1 class and watch that video and come back to this video. So today, so as part of today's sessions, we will learn about what is AWS IAM. So what is why we need to use this IAM, and what are the components in the IAM. So users, roles, groups, and policies. So these are all components in the AWS IAM concept. So before we are going to today's session, so um, I will take the real time example, so that you can understand very easily. So let me share my screen. I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. So I think you are all able to see my screen. Yeah. So firstly, let me go back, let me take one more, yeah. Today, today's we'll learn about what, what is, what is IAM. IAM is full form as identity access management. Yeah. Identity access management. So management. So IAM concept, IAM components. So what are the IAM components? First one is users. The second one is groups. Third one is policies. Fourth one is roles. So these are the IAM concepts. These are the IAM concepts. So I am explaining today. So I will take the real-time example. So you need to understand. It is very much easily. So let me go back to that particular slide here. Okay, so I will take the real-time example. So this is the one of the organization. Let's take this is the example.com organization. So every organization, we are having certain kind of departments. Like this is HR department. This is service desk department. This is project A department. This is project B department, and this is the CEO room. This is the CEO room. So this is the entry point to the organization. So first it will solve the problems like, first it is authenticated. Second one is authorization. Authorization. Yeah. So identity access management will solve these problems, authenticated and authorization. For example, so this is the organization, this is the HR department, this is the employee desk, this is the service desk, this is the project A team, this is the project B team. So you need to enter the organization. Probably you need the ID card, right? This is the so probably you need to enter the organization. You need a unique identity card to enter the organization. So when you swipe the ID card in the gate, so if you are authenticated person only, it will allow into the organization. So this means you are having a unique identity card and that is belongs to this organization. Then only the gate will open. You can enter into that particular organization. After entering into the particular organization, so you are directly going to the CEO room. If you are directly going, you are able to directly going to the CEO room. So a suitable way, right? If you are directly going to the HR department ODC, if you are directly going to the service desk department ODC, if you are directly going to the project A department ODC, so ODC in a sense, that is a project. Only that project people belongs to that and enter into that particular organization. So if you are belongs to only the HR department, you are a HR. You can take an example as you are a HR. So you can go to this HR department and you can able to access the things in the HR department. But you are not able to access the CEO room. You are not able to access the project A team, service desk, and project B team. So authorization means after entering into the organization, what permissions you are having. So you are a HR. So you are a HR. So you need to enter the particular HR department. Okay. So this is the authorization you are having. For example, I am I am project A department. So I am belongs to project A department. So I can go here. I will sit here and I will do it my work. So this is my authorization only. So this is the authorization authenticated person and author authenticated means you are able to you are having a proper identity card with the organization. Probably you are having a unique identity card. So then only you will able to enter the organization. Then after entering into the particular organization, so what are the authorizations, what are the permissions you are having? So you are belonging to the project A team, project A team, project B team, or HR department, or you are the CEO. So there may be a restrictions are there. So there may be a restrictions are there. So these restrictions, so these are the policies we are providing, and these are the authorizations you are having. So only you can go to this place and you can work. You can do your works. So that is the authorization. Let's take one more example. Let's take one more example. So I will 1 second. Yeah. For example, this is just 1 second. So this is the bank. This is a bank. You can consider as this is a bank. This is a bank. So in the bank, we are having multiple sessions. This is the cashier counter. So this is the service desk counter. This is the manager counter. So manager room here, and this is the security room. So this is the cash security room. So when you need to enter the bank, you need a proper account bank, right? So, account bank is nothing but you are able to enter the bank. If you are having the account bank with with this bank, then you can able to enter the bank. After entering into the bank, so you are just normal person. So you just go to that particular service desk. You can take the you can take the forms. You can take the forms here, and you will write with the application, and you will go to this particular place, and you will give you the with the application, and this cash counter person will provide the transaction and will give you the amount, right? So if you are directly going to this cash counter, and you will drop the money, and you will get out. You will get out from the bank. So that is not the thing, right? So that's why. So what are the authorizations you are having? So you are a normal person, so you are able to access only but these places. So, and after after entering into the bank, so you are having some restrictions. What are the authorizations you are having? Then if you are having authorization with the particular department, you can go there, and you can make the transactions there. So this is the manager room. So manager only will enter this room. So he is able to access this manager room, right? So he is having the authorization to this particular room. Then only he will sit here, and he will work. He will work accordingly. He will do this. He will do his work, right? So this is the concept of the authorization and authenticated. So authenticated means you need having probably you need a bank account with the bank, and after you are entering into the bank, what are the authorizations you are having? So for example, you are having a you are having authorization to the cash counter, so you are the cash counter person. Then only you can go to this cash counter department, and you will sit here, and you will work for the customers, right? So the service desk people. So these people are which are helping to the customer queries and related things. He will help to the customers by giving the solutions. Whoever the coming to the bank, and they are having any queries. So he is authorized. These people is authorization for the service desk room. Okay. So this is the concept. This is the thing. This is the second example. So let me go back to particular AWS account. This is the real time example. So authenticated, who is authenticated, and what are the authorizations we are giving. Then I am going to the AWS account. Yeah. This is the, one second. Yeah. This is the AWS account. In the AWS account, we are having the multiple services. Multiple services. This is the compute service. This is some storage service. This is some DB service. Okay. This is the AWS account. So we are using this AWS account. AWS account. This is the S3 service. S3 service. This is the EC2 service. EC2 service. This is like DB service. DB service. Okay. So we are providing the AWS account with the root users. Then someone will enter. Someone will enter. So to delete this particular EC2 instance. So in this EC2 instance, our application is running. Someone is entered to the AWS account. So for example, we are providing the root credentials with this user. This user will directly enter into the organization. He will delete this S3 object, this DB object, and this EC2 instance, EC2 service. And we are having the most important data in the DB. We are having the most important files in the S3 storage. We are having our application into this EC2 instance. So someone is directly entering into the AWS account. He will delete these particular services. So there will be a major impact in our organization. So if, for example, this application is not running, so the customers, the end users who are using this application, they are not able to access this application, then that will impact for our organization. So instead of giving the root users with the users, so we can create the IAM users, identity access management users. Okay, instead of giving the root user credentials with the users, we can create the IAM users. Let me explain the IAM users. So type 1. So IAM, identity access management. Second one. So identity management components, users. Third one is second one is policies. Fourth one is groups. Fifth one is roles. These are the components. Okay. So I will explain today the practical session as well. So we are using AWS account, and I will create the users, and I will create the policies, and I will create the groups, and I will explain the concept in the last. I will explain the concept like roles. So users. So every organization, some people are leaving to the organization, and new people are joining into the organization. So in every organization there are multiple projects are there. So in every project, we are having dev dev team, then DB team, and third one is QA team, right? So every organization, and fourth one is others. Let me increase the font size. Then the fourth one is others. So users are nothing but who are joined recently in the organization. I mean, the example, like every organization, the people will come out. The new people will come to the organization, and some people are leaving to the organization, right? So users are nothing but we are having the AWS account, right? For example, he's from the development team, So development team in the in the day, so 10 users are joined in the organization. So 10 users are joined in the organization. So everyone we need to 501 to 510. 501 to 502. So these employees are joined in the organization. So instead of everyone, we need to create the 501 account with the AWS account, IAM account, and we'll give you the credentials with him. And 5010, we are creating the AWS account, and we are giving the credentials. We are giving we are so and so for, the new users is coming from the development team. So we can attach these users to the development team. So for example, 5 to 10 members are joined in the organization. Also, they are in a development team. So instead of going to create one individual users, So we can create as a group. So that is the group concept here, right? So instead of creating a single user, so we are creating a group, development team group, and who are the joining recently in the organization with the development team. We can attach that users with this group, and this group is having policies. So these policies is applicable to the all the users in the development team group, right? So this is the example of users. Users is nothing but we can create the IAM account with the user, and we'll give you the credentials. Groups. So there are multiple teams in our project. So dev team, QA team, and others. We just create a one Jira request. So I am belonging to this team, and you can add me that particular group, and I will able to access the things in the AWS account. So this is the groups concept here. Okay, policies is nothing but what are the permissions he is having. So after entering into the AWS account, what are the service he is able to access, what are the services he is able to access, uses and create it and delete it. So that is the the policies. Policies is nothing but organizations. So previous slide I explained, right? Also, what is the authenticated person and what are the permissions he is having. So the permissions is nothing but here the authorizations. Okay. So this is the concept of users, policies and groups. So next I will explain the concept like roles here. So, yeah. So role is nothing but one of the user. This is for a temporary purpose. Okay. So here the user, here this is my application. This is the private cloud. So here the user is there. And so in the AWS account, I created the DB service. This is the DB service. DB services. So here are the customers. So this is the development team here. This is the development team. Okay. If user sends a request to our cloud, so our application is in on-premises cloud. This is a private cloud. Okay. We'll write it as private cloud. Private cloud. Private cloud. This is the private cloud. So some user sends a request. This application needs some data from the DB. When user sends a request to the application, this application needs some data on the DB, and we need to provide that data to the end user in that time. So we are creating the role here. Every time we are going to every time there is no need to every time we need to go to the database, and we are fetching the data, and we are not giving the we are giving the uh, data to the end user. So instead of doing these all the things, so we just create one role here. A role here. So role is very temporary. So and it is having the username and password for the temporary purpose only. Okay. So whenever the user sends a request to the particular application, and this role is fetching the data from the DB and give it to the application, and application will provide to the users. So this is the role concept. Role. So if you are not able to understand anything, so you can provide the timestamp in the comment section. So and I will try to explain the concept, and I will provide the answers with you. So if you are not having subscribed my channel, so please subscribe my channel, and please share it with your friends who want to learn the AWS. So these are all the concepts. Now I am going to the practical session. So AWS console. So I am logging to my AWS console. I am signing into the console. So root user, I'm logging with root user, signing multi-factor authentication. Give me a moment. I will enter the code here. So before in the first initial stage of when I'm using this AWS account, there is no MFA. There is no MFA code here. After some days, they will introduce this one. So then every time we need to log in with this MFA code here. Yeah. So today I am explaining the concept like identity IAM service. Yeah, this is the management of access to the AWS resources. Let me go back to IAM identity access management. So in the dashboard, you are able to see the user groups, roles, policies. So I will explain the each and everything today. I explained. Go to the users. Okay. So I am just clicking the create user. I am just creating the one of the IAM user. Okay. Username as Prashant. Prashant is belongs to QA team. Okay. So provide AWS access management console. So clicking. I want to create the IAM user. So he was newly joined in our organization. So I am creating the IAM user for him. So auto generated password. So I am clicking on just next button here. Clicking the next button here. So I am not giving any policies, any permissions to him. I am just giving to the I am just directly creating the user. I will show you the magic. Just create the user. Yeah. So if you want to log in the Prashant account, you need these credentials. Download the CSV file. Okay. So we created the IAM user with the name called Prashant. He belongs to QA team. So this is the username, this is the password, and this is the console to log into that particular account. Control C. So I am logging into the IAM user here. Yeah. So what is the username here? This is the username. And this is the password. This is the password. So yeah. So whenever you are clicking on the password, whenever you are providing the old password, it will first time it will ask to reset the password. Okay. Or we can provide in the custom password when we are creating the user. That is not an issue. So I am just creating the new password. I am just confirming password. So I am just again signing into that particular IAM account. Yeah. So let me go back to this full use. Yeah. So this is the IAM user account which I created. Okay. So next, what I will do is right. So I will access some service, or I will this is the I will go to the S3. S3 bucket, S3 storage service. So I will create one bucket. It will allow me to create the bucket or not. You can able to see. Okay. So just create a bucket here. So bucket name is always must be unique with the global namespace and follow the bucket naming rules. Okay. If you're providing the common name, it will won't allow. Every time you need to provide a unique bucket name. So my bucket name is Prashant example.com. So this is the bucket name. So I'm not doing anything. So I'm just creating the bucket. Now you can able to see the beautiful error. To create a bucket, S3 bucket creation permission is required. Means you are not able to access this particular S3 service in the IAM user, whichever you logged into the top IAM user. This means you are not the authorized person to use this service. Okay. So this is the authorization. Then I will go to the root user, IAM here, users here. This is the Prashant team. Prashant, this is the user we are using. Just I am going to the particular user. I am giving the permissions to the add permission. So I am attaching the policy. So S3 full access. It means I am providing the permissions to use this service to the particular IAM user, right? We created the Prashant QA team, right? He is able to access. So when we are clicking the attach this policy with him, add permissions. Yeah, one policy was added. Now let me try to create the bucket now here. Just refresh. Let me go back to slide. It will take a few seconds. Okay. So let me let me copy this one. Control C here. Let me go back to S3 and let me go back to create the bucket. Yeah, now I am creating the bucket here. Now I am providing the name here. Then I am just creating the bucket. Successfully created the bucket. Prashant example.com. Right? So why we are able to create now this time? Because in the root user, we are granted the permissions to the this Prashant example.com to use the S3 service. So then only he will able to come to this S3 service, S3 storage service, and he will able to create the bucket. Now this is the user's creation. Then I will create the group. Okay. So just I am going to let me create one more user. Let me create one more user. So test user 50511. Okay, so I am just providing the IAM user here. So I want to here instead of doing this auto generated password, I am providing the custom password. So whenever we are logging to that particular account, so there is no resetting the password option is there when we provide the custom password. So then I am creating the user. Save here. So I am not attaching any policies. I am just giving the user. That's it. So now user got created. So this is the downloaded CSV file. So this is so if you want to log into this test user 511. So you need a console sign URL and username and password, right? Oh, let me explain the concept like groups. Okay. Okay. So create a group name. Create a group name. So I am providing the QA team. QA team. And so I am attaching the policies with the group S3 full access and EC2 full access. So I am providing these two services. Yeah. So this is the QA team, right? So if you want to add the QA team members here, we are having a beautiful option here, add user. Add user. So we are having two members here, Prashant QA team and this test user, and we can add this test user also. Okay. We are just adding to that user. Yeah. So now you can able to see who are belonging to this group and what are the permissions we are having in this group. What are the permissions we can see in the permissions tab here. So in this group, we are having three users. These three users who are able to access this particular EC2 full access services and S3 full access service. I mean, this is the storage service. They can go to that storage service. Let me go back to the storage service. Yeah. For example, when I open this bucket here, so you need to copy the URL, you need to download the bucket, and you can performing the actions here. You can create a folder in the S3 storage service, and you can upload some of the file from your local to AWS account, AWS S3 storage service. So this is the concept like groups and policies and users. Okay, so now you can able to understand the things in the AWS IAM identity access management. So today, this is the concept I want to explain with you guys. Uh, so IAM users, roles and groups and policies. Yeah. And you can go to the particular document here. Yeah, users, IAM users here. So this is the concept IAM users, roles and policies. For users is nothing but we can just create an IAM account with the credentials and what are the permissions we are providing to that. What are the policies we are providing to that user? I mean, users can access what are the services and how can you use that services. Then policies is nothing but after entering in the AWS account. So what are the permissions he is having? So and what are the services he is able to access he is able to access and use it. Groups is nothing but group is having one or more users with the similar kind of policies. I mean similar kind of permissions. So then we can add the users into into that group. Then we can create the group and in the directly group we are instead of going to single user and we are providing the permissions to that user. We can create it at a group users and we can attach the policies to that group. Then in that group, uh, the users who are belonging to that group and you can they are able to access the services. So thank you so much. Today, this is the concept I want to explain with you. So please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.